Hello, welcome to Media King, and today's session is slightly different. We deviate from the usual coding, web development or software development, and we're going to do a logo today. While I'm driving about to work or elsewhere, I've started to notice more and more plumbing companies and their vans, basically. The main thing I'm looking at is their logo. Being a big fan of design, I'm always looking at new creative things and logos and design work. So I've started to see quite a few different logo designs. Obviously, everyone is going to be different because they're different companies. But what I'm starting to notice is quite a few companies are using the water drop in their logo. I think that's quite cool, and I think some have pulled it off well. So I just said, you know what? Let me pull out my Wacom board and have my have my hand try the one of these type of logos myself for, let's say, a plumbing company. So without further ado, I'm in Autodesk Sketchbook here. I thought it was Sketchbook Pro. Let me just double check there about Sketchbook. Just says Sketchbook. I've used Sketchbook Pro before. I don't know the major difference. I need to look into that. But yeah, so let's begin. And I'm using the pen here with the Wacom board. So I'm just going to try and be creative today and see what I can come up with for a plumbing company by utilizing that water drop. Okay, let's go. So I'm just going to go for a I think I'm gonna go for a big P. In the shape of some plumbing pipes. Now what you can see here I'm doing is I'm starting with a very simple sketch of a P in the shape of a plumbing pipes in the shape of a P, should I say, and I'm being very rough. I'm not concentrating too much on detail at the moment. I think in the end the style I'm going for is a sketchy sort of style, but I'm going to clean it up as we go along. I'm going to look for the rubber here. I haven't used Sketchbook Pro in a while actually, so I don't even know where excuse me, where my rubber is. Oh, there we are. Sorry, I've drawn a streak of dots. Whoops, I didn't choose the rubber. There we are. Back to my pencil. I wasn't using that one. Sorry there guys, I wasn't even looking what tool I was using. Was it the paintbrush? Nope. A marker? Nope. Ballpoint pen. You know what? The ballpoint pen is gonna do for now. Let's use the color. Let's make it black anyway. Yeah, that should do. Pipe. Let's call it. It's an imaginary company. All fixtures. Let's call it Pipeworks. And let's say. Could we get some text in here? Let's see, edit. I don't know if we get text in here. Oh well, I'm gonna do everything. We're going to do everything by hand today. Since I'm new, well, I'm not new, but it's been a while since I've used Sketchbook Pro. I've forgotten all the tools and where everything is. I don't like that M. I'm still not happy with it. Let me go for... That will do that. Not liking that P. In fact, you know what? Yeah, it's the wrong spelling. Plum. Pipeworks plumbing. Let me tuck in the G a tiny bit. I think that's a good start there. Right, what we can do. Zooming out. Zoom out, zoom in. Perfect. See, I'm getting the hang of this. Alright, that's a bit better there. Let me tighten up my the text there. Using the ballpoint pen, wasn't I? Let's make it all fit in nicely. Sorry. I remember logo work isn't something you can do quickly. I'm just showing you the power of Sketchbook Pro here to quickly throw ideas on the board, should I say. You do want to go through loads of iterations for logo work, ask many different people, look at what the pros have done before, look at big iconic work to put your mindset into place. And I would normally go for proper logo, at least 2-3 pages of variations before looking at a couple of semi-final work of around 4 to 6 work to be taken further. And then again, after a week's work, break that down further into 2 or 3. And remember always to keep the client in the loop. Ask them about each one, what they like, what they don't like, move forward. And that will ensure you get the best possible work, not just for yourself, but also deliver what the client wants. It's same as any website project you do. UI design, web design, etc. Let's go in here. Let's throw in the G in here. Okay. That's quite a bad M there. That's a bit better. Plumbing. What's left here? I and N. I think that's how you spell plumbing. I was just having a spell of a blank mind there. Right, let's get back to the main icon itself. So what we want to do is tighten it up. So I want to play around with some colors. Let's go for the airbrush. What's the size? Airbrush. Okay, opacity. I'll just have that color there. Saturation, that's something I've never seen before. I'm going to leave that on 0. Where's the size? Stylish responsiveness, preferences, brush. Content preferences. Sorry, I'm just looking at how to make the size of the of the pointer. Let's choose color as well. Maybe that's why I need Sketchbook Pro. I think this sketchbook is lacking features. Any more? Oops, brush pack, default layout. You know what this is gonna do anyway. Just go lightly with that. As you can see, I'm missing a lot of features. I was looking for size of the pointer. I'm looking for color, change colors as well. Oh, here we go. What am I moaning about? So that's how you change color. So I need it more browny. Use that one there. Okay. That will do. That will do. You know what? Let's look at Sketchbook Pro Help, because I really need to change the size of the pointer. Apologies, I'm having to do this. What version am I using? Sketchbook Pro 7. Desktop. Brushes. New view. Interface controls. No. Okay, shortcuts. New preference. Brushes. On the side, adding brushes. Tools. Draw style tools. What's draw style tools? Where is the size, please? Here we go. This is what I was looking for. Brushes, brush properties. Right, apparently it's in all of them. So brush properties are opened by tapping that icon at the top of the brush palette. Well, I didn't see it. Is it in there? Let's see. Nope, I don't see it. Let's just undo. Let's go back there. I don't see it. I don't see it. Oh, this is starting to annoy me. Window, default layout. You know what? I don't see it at all. I don't see it in here. Let's type in brush properties. in Sketchbook 7. Where is it? It's not essential. Sketchbook starter. Starter Sketchbook. Is it in here? MakeTechEasier.com. Let's hope they can make this tech easier. Sketchbook Pro. I don't see it at all. You know what? I'm gonna carry on with my design anyway. Oops. Right, let's choose a different color there. Let's go slightly darker and choose a pen. You know what? That's the beauty about art, though. What I love about art and design, if you've got any tools, sometimes, oh well, you always need the right tools, but sometimes you're gonna have to make do. And if you're a fanatic about drawing, sketching, and painting like myself, you might be missing a tool or two sometimes, and you just get on with it. Let's choose let's go to brush. Oh, not that one. Smudge wet brush, way too big. Go back to marker. No, that's alright. Okay, choose a different color. Let's go for that's quite good one for water. Let's choose a airbrush again. Let's choose the pen. And you can see I'm not talking as much as normal. When it comes to art and design, the mind is in a different mindset as to when you're coding. In art and design, you're concentrated on creativity. and your mind should be flowing with creativity. So you're just thinking about how, especially when you're designing a logo, you're just being creative as possible and trying to render it to the best of your imagination, encoding your very systematic set of principles, and it should work. And this is slightly different. I'm sure many of you would agree. So there's a nice little drop there. Let's tighten up the pipe. Now, as you can see, I'm adding more detail, fine lines, etc. Yeah, I don't like that there. I know I could use the ruler, but I'm just trying to be freehand as possible today. We're going to make it appear as if our pipe is broken on this section here. We'll try to anyway. Add some weight to it, so just adding weight to the logo here. Fine details, etc. So this is our water drop, obviously. Let's make that even darker, in fact. Oops, wrong blue. That's what you want to do. Well, that's what I want to do anyway. Sorry, there, I was just thinking about the next stage. What else should I be doing more here? Off. Let's zoom in a little bit. Let's clean that up there. Get that blue again. Add the weight down there. Trying to make this water drop look as realistic as possible. Okay, let's work on the P here. Let's make it slightly darker. And that should do that. Now the different shading style here. Remember shading and etching or whatever, all of this. This is all just to add weight to your logo and fonts. It's not a must. However, remember, be creative as much as you need to be. Okay, let's tighten up the outline. Maybe go for a lighter color in there as well. Let's go for, so the orange gives us in here. Right, let's tighten up the black outline there. What you need to do with that is draw over it to get the exact shape you need, and then you get the eraser and just erase the bits you don't need. What else do I need to do? Let's make this a bit more weighty. Remember, this is meant to look like a pipe, so I think when you look at a pipe, it does have quite dark shades around the edges. Remember, there's as well, there's nothing wrong or right about designing logos. Just be creative and keep showing it to your client, and I'm sure you'll do just well. What else I've got to do? The top line up here. Remember, what I like to do here is clean up the inside more, because the outside you could just erase. Inside you've got all your nice design, shading and the toning, so you could go smoother on the inside and you don't have to watch it as much on the outside. It's almost like boundaries of where you can carry on drawing on where you can't. Okay, let's move. Actually, hold on. Let me change the color there a second. Let's get this color here. Let's clean up the inside a tiny bit. When you're doing corners or edges like this, try to keep it as one movement so it looks smoother. It's not easy to do. But practice makes perfect. What else do I need to do? Get rid of that there. Let me clean up inside here. Inside, oops, inside here as well. Let's make this look more like a hollow pipe in here as well. Clean up here, and here too. I think it's starting to take better shape. Let's throw in some. In fact, let's throw in some of these lines. Let's take that there. Take it up here. You know what? I'm not gonna do that. I don't like that. That will do there. Right, let's tidy it up from the outside. So I'm gonna zoom out slowly. No, I don't want to rotate. That's it there. Bring it up here. That'll do that. Close that. Let's get our eraser and start erasing the outside. So the eraser size again is a bit big, but bear with me please. Be very careful when you're going around the edges. If you're erasing as slow as me, you should start to feel a strain in your hand. It just requires more concentration on finer movement of the hand. Oops, we don't want to do that much. I'm going to zoom in actually slightly. And that's fine there. Cleaning it up outside here. It's not as easy to do in the edges, in the corners, sorry, as you can see. Let's move to the left. This is as straight as you can get it anyway, without using the ruler. Again, I'm gonna move down. Let's clean up this section here. What you can do, you could try to write all the text again in Sketchbook Pro. I don't see the text tool in here, but before a final printed logo, you don't want the text looking like my text there. So what I'm probably going to do is finish the logo in here and bring this logo into Photoshop, and from there we could write the text. Keeps it neater that way as well. Let's get that writing tool again, the pen. Let's go for a black. let's just fix some of the lines here. So I'm going to zoom out now and see how it looks. Perfect. So remember how it looks like here. Let's save this. Pipe works logo. Save it as a ping. Okay, let's open up Photoshop, and we could bring that in and finish our logo. In fact, let's remove some stuff off here. Rubber. So as you can see, the Sketchbook or Sketchbook Pro, which is probably a lot better than this one, is they're great tools for quickly throwing ideas on the table, and to speed up the design process in the initial stages greatly. You always want a concept, or so these are the tools to do it with. Don't let anyone else lie to you. Photoshop is good as well for the concept stages, but to be honest, I probably personally prefer this one when I'm beginning logo work, if it's not on pen and paper, obviously. Right, let's save that again. That's saved into Photoshop. Open. I'm gonna open that up. Ping. Was it in? Where did we save this? Save as. It's in pictures, libraries, pictures. There we are there. As you can see, beautiful in looks when it's brought into Photoshop. So we can just create a new layer there. Delete some stuff. Actually, was there eraser in here? Eraser tool. A few things to delete. Oops, wrong layer. Size. No, that doesn't matter. Let's crop this right there. Let's bring it here. And on top, choose the text tool. Century Gothic might do. Not that size, obviously, that's humongous. Let's try 48, no, 30, 24, that might do, 24. Pipe works. Okay, let's play about with the text there. Window, character, Let's add some spacing onto this. Want loads of space. I think that looks great there. And one more layer, uppercase, plumbing. Again, we want loads of spacing on that one there. 200. I think it's too much there. Let's make it 100. Let me get the ruler. Control R. Let's drag some guides. Keep it all neat. Let's go for 75 maybe. Now let's do 85. Yeah, I think that's a lot better. Change the color of that actually. Let's go for black. Remove the guides. Oops, delete that group. View, show guides, nope. Crop that a bit more. And zoom in. So there you have it. Quick logo design in Sketchbook, and then finalized with the text in Photoshop. You can do whatever you want with that. But also remember, if you're going to print your logo, you need to speak to the print designers, because what I've drawn in is probably bitmap, where you draw on screen for the logo. And whereas traditionally logos and that kind of media has to be printed as vectors so they don't lose quality. So because I've done it in bitmap, it's going to lose quality over time as it gets transferred, sent to different designers or whatever, to different printers. I believe that will happen even if you've got it set at 300 dpi. Gradually over time, as it's getting transported through different mediums, it's going to lose quality. Yeah, so the best way is to go as high resolution as you can, and even better than that is to do your logo work in vector. So use things like Illustrator. So this is just to throw ideas. In the real world you probably use Illustrator. Thanks for watching, hope you've enjoyed that. Until next time, remember to subscribe and take care.